Hello, my name is Dallin Seavey, and I chose to do my SPED talk on Flutter. Flutter is an open source framework designed by Google that builds multi-platform applications in a single place. In other words, if you want to build an iPhone app and you want to build an Android app, rather than having to learn Swift and Kotlin respectively, you can use Flutter and it will then compile into those languages for you. So you're able to do everything in one code base. Dart is the foundation. It's the language that makes Flutter possible. It's object-oriented and, according to Google, combines the best of Java and JavaScript into one place. Throughout the rest of this presentation, I'm going to talk about my favorite feature that Flutter has to offer, the widgets that Flutter also has to offer, the rendering engine called Skia that it uses, and some of the downsides that I've seen in using Flutter. So as for my favorite feature, that would be something called hot reload. This allows developers to instantly view code changes in real time, significantly speeding up the development process. Not only does it speed it up, but in my experience, it broadens the view that I have of what I'm creating. I can literally have an emulator of my entire app right next to what I'm writing. I can make changes to the layout or the widgets or the images or the background color, type R into the terminal, and immediately I see those changes on that emulator. So it really helps bring kind of a cohesiveness to the development process. Now, it does this by using Dart's just-in-time compilation feature, which means that the code is compiled into machine code at runtime just before it's executed. Widgets are the building blocks of a Flutter app. Everything uses widgets. This can be buttons to complex layouts, but some of the examples would be containers, buttons, like I said, text fields, app bars, list views, all of which contain vast options in customization, and it really allows you to create kind of a mosaic almost of just widgets that make your app look really, really good. Now, Flutter also provides extensive library for pre-designed widgets, as I've been talking about. And this allows for a consistent look and feel across platforms. And we'll kind of get into more of that when it comes to Skia. But one of the coolest things is that because Flutter is developed by Google, the documentation is exhaustive with just an overwhelming amount of examples of how to best implement these widgets and really whatever else you're trying to do. The community is huge when it comes to Flutter. The Skia rendering engine is a 2D cross-platform graphics library that helps generate a smooth and responsive user interface. So what this means is it makes it pretty much look good on your iPhone and your Android. It looks like an Android app and it looks like an iPhone app. That's pretty much what Skia will do. And as for the downsides, while it may seem nice that all of the options that Flutter offers, I've noticed that there is quite a learning curve, especially if you're coming from Kotlin or Swift. And it's not just me saying this. This is well known throughout, throughout people that have been kind of come over to Flutter. As for the apps, they can have larger sizes compared to native apps since they require the inclusion of the Flutter engine and framework. And this is something I've heard developers talk about specifically. It's that because Flutter is a multi-platform framework, this may require some mild to major adjustments when operating system updates are released. can put some major roadblocks in the way of creating a good app. But this has been my SPED talk. I hope it was helpful. Thank you.